Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We are looking at another one of the mock Lego sets here, and we are working on another one in the Mecha. Um, so this is another set that I had gotten off of Amazon using another set that I have yet to get put together. I think we've done that set once already, but I do like that set, so works as a great keeper for trying to see how many bags we have here. All right, so this is a smaller set, a little bit more if you can still find it. Now, this has been a little while since I had picked this up, so just being honest here. Um, we have, I believe, 5 bags in here. So this is from Blocks Bricks, and many other companies are using them. They're coming up with the designs or whatever, manufacturing them, and then other companies are selling them. So sometimes you can find them from one or another. We do have 5 bags. Here's 5. Let's see, we have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, like a lot of these companies, unfortunately, when we're doing these, we're going to have to dump out all the bricks in order to get everything together. Um, and we do have a nice little guide trying to help us understand some of the sizes and everything else here. There is a QR code, which I will cover up. We get a card like this. There are no printed instructions, so we'll have to scan our QR code, go through their prompt and everything else, which has got, and it kind of messed me up when I originally did it because it's asking for this in there, and then it is actually, I think that's the number that you have to put in once you get everything else going here. um, and I know the first time I went through it was a little bit of a learning curve because I'm not used to doing this way. I'm used to having the printed instructions, whether it's nice big size that we get from Lego or smaller size from some of the other companies trying to save on paper. But this does give us that. So regrettably, when I'm doing this, I will end up with my phone out in front of me. So I'm trying to do this, and we will get it going. And then we'll go from there. So without further ado, let's get into this, and I'll talk to you when we're all done. All right, hello everyone, and welcome back. All right, so looking at what we have here today, looking at the mechas that we have. Um, so the set works out really well. I do have some discrepancies here between the two different sets. I don't know what I was doing on this one. Going through the instructions, this is the way it's supposed to be. You don't really see a lot of difference, although there is some. The legs are kind of backwards, and that's one of the things. It's like it's got jump jets in here, and the jump jets are on the back instead of being on the front, which would make a little bit more sense. Um, and a couple things that you did see is I was using a little bit of super glue, a little here and a little there. And I know it kind of goes through it real fast. Some of the things I want to note is we have a double ball joint here in the middle for the waist. And the regrettable thing is, with it being what it is, this piece would come off. So every time I picked it up, I would always lose the bottom half. Uh, which is not fun when you're trying to pick this up all the time to move it from here or there. The other thing that you had seen is right here on this cannon. As I'm trying to put it all together, again, that same Technic style piece just would not sit in here and actually hold it together. So in that regard, I needed to have a little bit of glue just to hold that together so it doesn't fall apart on me. Now, I don't intend to take these apart, so in that regard, it's not really a major issue. Um, the only real big thing is um, just if I ever decided to, for some reason, now it really limits me for doing that, and it gets a little harder to explain this. Now, I think this is from, say, like Armored Core. I could very well be wrong on that. My thought on this is, because I have 4 of them, these are going to be, say, enemy mecha for me doing a role-playing game. And with that being said, I do have a Cassian Andor, so you can kind of see the height difference between Cassian and, of course, these robotic mecha. Um, and most of the things I like to do, I usually like to think about it in, hey, I can use these as props for role playing or something else. So that's some of the reasons why I get into some of the things I do, and why I pass on some sets and grab other ones and go on and so forth. It does make it fun and exciting. Um, Especially having the extra props, whether it's a grocery store. Of course, the fire stations, the police stations are easier to come by. Some of the different homes and all that are fun to collect, just so I can do some of that stuff, as well as build up a city, which I'm hoping to be able to try and get kind of all together here shortly, but time will tell. So just kind of working at it in that regard. The regrettable part is this is all solid inside here, so I cannot get a figure inside there. Could I rework it? There is a possibility of that. I'm not going to worry about it. The way it sits right now is these are droids that are of mecha size, so something I can throw out against other characters. Whether you consider it as a small walker or something a little bit smaller. In the Star Wars, D6 Star Wars, we have the different scales. I might put it at speeder scale or something like that, just keeping it honest, right? So here we are. It's a nice looking robot in so many ways. It does have the 2 cannons here, so obviously you're not going to be able to use this for any peacetime unless it's, say, like an officer robot or something like that. We do have ball joints for the hips, as well as the knees and the feet. And we also have ball joints for our shoulders. Now, we do not have ball joints here for our elbows coming into the cannons. The system that they are using does work very nicely. It is very stiff in that regard, so I don't think it's a huge need to have that. I think the system that they have works really nice, so I think we're good. So we can just leave it be the way it is. Now, we do have jump jets on the back, so I kind of messed up on this one. I have the legs backwards. We have jump jets here, so we can kind of push off. Obviously, on this one, I have the jump jets backwards, so he's going to push off going the wrong way. Uh, you know, it's me when I first was doing these originally and getting it all kind of mixed up, and now I have parts falling off, which is never good. So, in some regards, I may have to kind of super glue some extra parts together or something. I hope not to, but time will tell. The nice thing is now I put a little bit of super glue in for the ball joint there, so that's working together for me. But just being honest that, um, well, I got the feet backwards, which is easily fixed because all I have to do is just flip this around, and here we are. Now, obviously, when I was going through on the first time, I've got some color issues here with some of the bricks. I was not paying as close of attention to some of these bricks that I should have. So in that regard, I do have some slight issues here. And in building this, I notice I have things going in spots that should not have been. But I'm just going to leave it the way it is because it's already together. And honestly, I can always chalk it up as maybe a sub model for something. Um, Not really a bad thing, just kind of a, like I said, kind of a sub model. Looking at this now I know why this doesn't want to sit on here as well as it should. All right, because I've actually got pieces here that are pushing out in spots that obviously I wasn't paying as close of attention, and I think because I'll be honest, when I was first building this, I was watching a movie. So I don't think I was paying quite enough attention to it as I thought I was. It's very close. It's very good to say it is what it is. Same type, just a different submodel or something like that. Or maybe it was just the manufacturer's off day, and here we are. Because this one actually sits a little bit lower than this one. So yeah, I've done something wrong. And that's on me. I'd have to take it all apart and put it back together to figure out exactly what I did wrong here. But otherwise, I think we're pretty good. I think we have this all pretty well straightened out. It's just funny to look at it and say, yeah, I was not paying as close of attention as I should have. And here we are. So it is a good mecha to have. The price, I want to say, was about like $13-14 each. So it wasn't overly pricey. I do have 4 of these. I've got another one built, and I will have another one. This is a whole new sound system and a new camera. We're trying all this out. Obviously, I'm on the front side, so that changes things up a little bit. And here we are. It is fun and exciting, and it's great to show you the different builds that are out there for the different types of things that I'm not harping on Lego because they have their morals that they want to stay with, which is perfectly fine. But some of the things that they don't want to do that others are picking up on and they are doing themselves. So with that being said, thank you so very much for joining me today. It's wonderful having you here. Hope you like the new setup. Hope you're doing well. I'll see you in the next video.